Hi, this is a small camper trailer update. It has been raining. Today is a really nice day though, so I thought I'd come and check the camper. And I did find some water on the inside, on the back wall. Now, I have double checked and rechecked everything on the ceiling. The inside ceiling is perfectly dry, so I knew it could not have been anything on the ceiling or the roof. So what I did today was I came outside, because like I said, it's been raining, and I started checking the seams on the camper. You know, like right here where the metal overlaps. Pushing in, and I started around the front. When I got around the back, guess what I found? Here's a small seam down here that's ripped right there, where two pieces of metal go together. Right here. And the worst part is, apparently they had a leak back here and they just caulked it. So I'm pretty sure it's leaking here. All the way up here, you can see they tried to silicone it, but there's still a gap here. I mean, look at that. The worst part is yet to come. Right there. So instead of fixing this, putting some screws in it and making sure it was tight, they just put some silicone on it and it is separated like crazy. See that? Now this is a real easy fix for me. I do have some metal. I can always get some more metal. I do plan on taking these lights off. They're going, well, what are you going to do without lights? Well, I have lights down here, and if I need to, I can always move them up to where these lights are. But I do want to patch this first. So I'm going to patch all this, and you can see here they tried to caulk it in. If you're going to try to seal something like this, I mean, don't use caulk. Caulk dries, it cracks, it chips, it doesn't hold up. So, and they did try to use some silicone here, and you can see, I mean, literally from here all the way down, all the way. This is a huge hole, and you can see they didn't even try to put screws in here to hold this thing together. I mean, all they did was put some caulk on it, and there was still a gap there. And so I'm going to take some metal. I'm literally going to start up here. Let's see if I can find my hand. There it is. Start up here and go down to about here. So probably about 8 inches. I can even do a foot. I may do a foot all the way down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put butyl tape underneath the metal, just like I made my patch on the roof. But instead of using Dicor, once that is screwed down, everything is tightened down and screwed down, then I will put silicone around it. Instead of Dicor, silicone is much cheaper, and it's readily available at, well, basically any hardware store. This is the reason the whole back wall is rotted. This here. Now, I did not know about this. They did not tell us about this when they sold us the trailer. So I thought, you know, maybe it's coming from up here. Nope. And the sad thing is, I was back here working on this, and I didn't even look over here. I mean, that's my stupidity. Or I would have already known and got, you know, enough stuff and already been out here to fix this. That was my stupidity for not even looking over here. Because when I did the silicone here, I just walked around this corner here from the front and started silicone in here to make sure it wasn't leaking here on this corner. And I thought, well, maybe since the roof vents were leaking when we bought the trailer, that the wall was rotted out because of that. Now, both roof vents did need replacing, so I did replace them, of course. But if you're going to look for an old camper, check everything. I mean, this is an easy fix for me. I can fix this in 30 minutes. So, but if you're looking for an old camper, check everything. Check the seams and seals up here. Check the door seal. I mean, check everything. We got a really good deal on this. It's true. And right here, I have to fix this. And right here, that's no big deal. It's just, yeah. So it's no big deal on the front. But I wish they would have told me about the back. And there's a bug buzzing me. But this is a camper trailer update on what I found now, which means before I can even start working on the inside again, I have to patch that. I have to pull out that rear window and put the metal over it. Right here is the hot water heater. Now this whole thing here is coming out, and I'm giving it away. And I'm gonna scrape all this down, all this old butyl tape, put a full piece of sheet metal over this, put butyl tape underneath it, tack it down, and I'll go around this with Dicor because I want to make sure it does not leak. Alright, like I said, check everything. You can see these seams are really good. There's no leaks here. But that back wall, I had no clue about. That's my stupidity. And of course on here on the front I have to fix stuff like this, which is really, no big deal. But if you're going to buy a used camper, cheap, you have to work on it. If it has leaks, some of them, there's a good chance that a lot of them are coming from the roof itself. But always check your seams. I did not do that. We paid $1,100 for this. To me, it's still a real good deal because where I live, I mean, you're lucky to find a camper for $3,000 that's in this kind of condition. So even though I have to fix it up and work on it, it is still a really great deal. But like I said, always check your seams. If you see a wall like the one in my video where it's all rotted out, could that be from the roof? Absolutely. But it can also be from something like that seam down there. And I don't know if you can see that or not. I really can't see through this little camera here. I hope it's pointing in the right direction. But it could be something like this. And this is why this whole back wall is rotted out. I did see the silicone. I thought they just had some holes at one time or something, right here and here. I didn't even notice that. And that is a huge hole. So check your seams. Make sure you patch your roof if your roof has some leaks. If your vents are leaking up on the roof, replace them. And anyway, this is a small update. More fixes on the outside before I can start on the inside. I do have a few things coming, of course. The toilet, a laundry sink, laundry tub to install for a shower. Because the shower that we have that's still in here, it is huge. It is heavy. I mean, the thing is really heavy. I don't know if you can see it through the window. I didn't bring my keys out. Yep, right here. That thing is massively heavy. I mean, you can see how big that is. I've shown it in some of the other videos. I was just going to cut this down, but that is still a whole lot of weight. So I decided to go smaller. Anyway, it's a small update on the camper. And once I get everything fixed, I'll show you the back wall. And anyway, like I said, for now I have to work on the wall before I can actually start doing anything. You can see my solar panels are still pretty clean. Alright, that's it. This is, I believe, update 13 maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look. But if you have a leaking wall on the back or sides and just a bunch of rot, all the way across the floor or all the way across in the wall itself, double check your seams on the outside, because that water could be coming in there. Now, I do know the roof did leak, had plenty of leaks, and now the roof is not leaking at all. But then I found this back wall. The wind has been really blowing, and it has been raining. So, it could be I just didn't see it, and then with the wind blowing as bad as it's been blowing, it could have pulled that apart a little bit more to where I noticed it. So anyway, that's it. Once I get done with that wall, I'll let you know. And everyone have a good day. Bye.